चलो गेम कैप्चर चेंज करते हैं। Yes। और भाई ये क्या फेस चमक जाता है भाई। मुझे तुमसे आ ओ ये 80। नहीं भाई मुझे नहीं पता ये 80। 1992। You will answer my question। वेब भाई नहीं, मेरे को नहीं पता भाई।
Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Are you currently restrained? Are you married?
No।
Do you work in law enforcement? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? Are you good? He's ready.
नहीं है, नहीं है अभी। गो विद CNG। पर पेट्रोल तो उसमें भी डलता है ना, चूती है, दिमाग तो है ही नहीं तेरे पे। हा पकड़ा गया। हाँ ये भी है, सही बात है वे। गुड गुड ब्रेन, ब्रेन डेड हिमांशु। अरे अपनी मर्जी से कुछ भी डलता है इसमें तो। हम्म। हाँ नहीं यार, कितना यूज होता है तेरा पेट्रोल, डिपेंड करता है तू। वेलकम टू FDI। माइलेज पे डिपेंड करता है ना वो तो चल जाता है यार। वो है कि रहना चाहिए एमटी से एक लाइन ऊपर, तेरे को ज़्यादा कम नहीं होना चाहिए पेट्रोल कभी भी ज़्यादा। तेरे को तो बस स्टार्ट करना है उससे, फिर CNG में शिफ्ट करना है। पेट्रोल से गाड़ी स्टार्ट करके। अच्छा भाई, तो शिफ्ट तो करेगा ही बीच बीच में, ऐसे थोड़ी है कि फिर वो
What? You seriously don't remember? You wanted to celebrate your new job, and I quote, ahem, properly. Well, I'm happy you're here. You and me at the
भाई
FBI
मुझे नहीं पता है
together?
भाई, मेरे पास गाड़ी नहीं
Really
है।
great. But I gotta tell you
मैं
something.
इतना बता सकता हूँ कि हाँ
Your
काफ़ी,
job
मतलब
might
नहीं
make
भरवाना पड़ता,
you
बहुत कम ही
differently than
भरवाना पड़ता
anybody
है।
else.
तो तू वो कर सकता है
Still
जो तू बोल रहा है कि
understand,
तू पेट्रोल
right?
100% वाला वो भरवा सकता है।
Good. Well, I'd better run. The FDI can't run itself now, can it? Good luck with your first day. All right?
Good morning.
Mr. Tanner. Welcome to the FDI. I assume you're up to speed on your mission here at the operator program? You know the basics. Good. So, just to recap, your job is to support our agents by providing them with all the help they need in the field to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work. My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions? Fine, but first you need to learn how to respond to an agent's request. Let's do a dry run, shall we? I want you to find my age. This objective just popped up at the top left of your screen, beside the applications menu. See it? Whenever you're stuck, or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go on and click on the question mark, Tanner. Yes, just like that. You can always click on the question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm giving you access to the human database. The Human DB, as we call it here. You can find this and other tools to help you solve agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request. Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
हाँ भाई डर के ही जीवन अच्छा कटता है
Right. Like that, Tanner. I'll let you get settled in. And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
ऐसा क्यों फोन आ गया
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire. I have an agent working a homicide. It's her first case, too. Not ideal, but consider this a learning experience. I'll be monitoring you in the background. I'm patching the agent through now.
It's Operator Tanner, right? I don't think our paths ever crossed at the academy, did they? Anyway, I got a homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary. Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival. Is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at close range around 2 a.m., just before closing time. As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar. And some kind of list that I found on the deceased. Any chance you can work your operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter? Thanks, operator. Okay, I'm sending over the files. Good luck.
हाँ फाइल भेजो I'll check cases but is it okay
This is our cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner. Click on any relevant elements in the video to trigger an analysis. Go on, give it a whirl. Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis. The footage quality is insufficient for a proper ID, operator. You'll need to find another way to ID the killer.
गाड़ी को स्कैन करते हैं ये लो गाड़ी नंबर मिल गया CPL 481 find the killer names The car belongs
Nice.
to...
Now we know the perp's name. You got something for Wells' address? Because I'll take it if you do.
हाँ वो तो ह्यूमन डीबी में सर्च कर सकते हैं ना इसका नाम रे वेल्स प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ लास्ट नोन एड्रेस
Yeah, that'll do. Nice work. Next up is to bring Wells in. I'll keep you updated. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Not bad, Tanner. Not great, but not bad
ओ
either.
मेट्रो
I'll
दिल्ली
contact you later with your next request.
तो अगर फ्लाइट से आएगा तो खेल पाएगा ना
Tanner, I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll let the agent working the case bring you up to speed. That's none of your concern, Tanner.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something.
Tell me you got something कौन सी गेम है दी ऑपरेटर नाम है
God damn it! Who are you? Great. Every goddamn time we get a new
दी ऑपरेटर गेम है कभी एपिक पे फ्री मिली थी ये मैंने तब क्लेम कर ली थी
I got a life
मैंने कहा आज ट्राई कर लेता हूँ
outside
मेरा
the
थोड़ा
eye,
नेट इशू हो रहा था मतलब लॉस आ रहे हैं गेम में तो
passions.
कोई ऑफलाइन टाइप गेम
Don't
खेलते
have
हैं
time for this.
फन थोड़ा डिफरेंट वरना डेडलॉक में सर फोड़ता रहता हूँ मैं अपना फुल ब्लडेड पैशन आई डोंट हैव टाइम फॉर दिस सो व्हाट कैन यू टेल मी अबाउट द
I got a missing persons case out here in Dryfield, Nevada. Connie Moore's her name. I canvassed the area, talked to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted
Connie
by
Moore.
aliens.
Okay. Height 60 80s. But everyone thinks she was a okay aliens.
Middle of nowhere, hot as hell, sandy. Calling it a small town would be an insult to small towns. Look, I think it's bonkers too. Another weird thing is, over the past year, 4 people in Dryfield have claimed they've been abducted. And every single
मेरा वाला वो देख ले अगर उससे हो रहा है तो और
somewhere
कम
in the middle of the desert out here about a month later. Connie's story's the same.
भाई उसमें लिखा हुआ है 1000 से ऊपर खर्च करे 1000 से ऊपर की टिकट में 30% ऑफ लिखा हुआ था उसमें तो भेजा तो था मैंने हिमांशु को 300 से 6000 रुपये ऑफ भाई 30% ऑफ अप टू 6000
She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do
इसमें देख लेना वो कब तक वैलिड है मेरे को पता नहीं है वो कब तक है
an operator.
वैलिड
Lucky me, right?
इसमें लिखा नहीं स्क्रीनशॉट भेजा है मैंने ये थोड़ी बोला तेरे को, अब तो ही बोला है मैंने तेरे को सबसे पहले। ट्राई करने कौन सा तेरे को पैसे देने पड़ेंगे, तो वो तो तू पहले ही देख सकता है ना। 16 सितंबर। चल लकी मी ना, बट आई एम लुकिंग।
There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond
अभी
all
चेक
the
कर लेना, पर
talk,
काम कर
look
भी रहा है,
right
कितना
in
कर
the
रहा है।
mirror. Just look for something that doesn't add up, okay?
अच्छा। ओए भेज रहा हूँ, हल्ला बहुत कर रहा है। Oh, sorry. What if I don't find anything? Your request is my company.
Here are the files.
चलो फाइल्स आ रही है। फाइल गवर्नमेंट जॉब क्यों नहीं करते आप? गवर्नमेंट जॉब भाई, सरकारी नौकरी कर ले। चोर का तो पड़े रहते हैं। Fine, बिल्कुल मजा आ गया। नहीं मैंने नहीं मंगाया, उसमें नाम ही देख के मेरा मन मर जाता है, पता नहीं क्या टेढ़े मेढ़े नाम के हैं वो।
Jackpot. Connie said she took that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't.
वही
Maybe the aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny
ये
to
तो
begin with.
काफी दिनों बाद की
Maybe
फोटो
they
है, उसने बोला था कि वो काफी
put
पहले।
position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph.
लोकेट द पोजीशन ऑन द मैप वेयर शी सपोजिटली स्नैप दिस फोटोग्राफ। मैप खोलते हैं, मैप खोलते हैं। इसने फोन रिकॉर्ड ये रहा। चल मेरे को लग रहा है 255 रुपए। हाँ तो जो सबसे कम था उन्होंने उसी के पास रखा है। एक काम कर, चुपचाप ट्रेन में आ। हाँ मार्शल आर्ट।
All right. I'll check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn balls.
क्या हुआ? सिक्योर्ड बूट चेकिंग फेल्ड। ये क्या हो रहा है? अरे हाँ तो पकड़। क्या हो रहा है? हैक्ड बाय एफबीआई को, वो हैक कर लिया। ये क्या हो रहा है? हाउ डू यू नो मैन? Let me show you something. Do you remember the list found on Henry Jenkins? Who's Henry Jenkins? The victim you didn't even analyze in the footage from the bar. Anyway, he had a list on him. What list? Agent Pendle found it at the scene. There were a bunch of names on it. Okay. None of this rings a bell, really. Well, guess what? अरे मैं गेम खेल रहा हूँ. The abducted, the operator. Pretty big coincidence, don't you think? I'm also going to assume that you didn't notice that of 136 people in it, 122 have been reported missing. Did you kidnap them all? Don't be ridiculous, Eva. I wouldn't hurt a fly. Maybe an annoying fly. One last thing, and this is the most important part. There is a name near the bottom that hasn't been detected. Okay. The name is the key to understanding everything. I have to go now, but I'll be in touch soon. Promise. Okay. चला गया वो.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened? I see. I'll have IT look into that at once. The second shift of operators.
पहले उससे बात करूंगा, वो कहना क्या चाह
You
रहा
go
है.
home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow. And don't be late.
ऐसा ब्लरी सा विजन दिखा रखा है. मेरे को बिल्ली भी है. ओए बिल्ली तो दिखा दे. कुछ भी नहीं दिखा रहे इसमें तो. ओके, मैं सिगरेट फूक रहा हूँ. क्लियरली मैं नहीं हूँ. हार्ड एंड स्मार्क. Ivan Zapata. मैं एक एफडीआई एजेंट हूँ जो एफडीआई ऑफिस में काम करता है. बट मेरा काम है कि ऑफिस में बैठ के एज अ मतलब पीसी के आगे बैठ के मैं सिर्फ सबको सपोर्ट करता हूँ. इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल के देता हूँ, सब वो सब है इसमें. और इसमें कोई और विजन दिखाया ही नहीं है. बाकी सब चीज़ को ब्लर रखा गया है. उसमें शुरू में दिखाया था कि मेरे को एक बंदा कुछ बता रहा था कि तू क्या है, तू ये है वो है. तो या तो मैं किसी का कुछ गलत काम में किसी का साथ दे रहा हूँ और मैं एक नॉर्मल इंसान बन के यहाँ एफबीआई हेडक्वार्टर्स में लग चुका हूँ, बट मैं हूँ हरामी, या फिर ये पूरा एफबीआई हरामी है और मैं अच्छा आदमी हूँ। दोनों में से कोई एक चीज़ है, अभी अभी कंफर्म नहीं है, बट तो इसलिए बाकी कुछ सब कुछ उन्होंने ब्लर करा हुआ है गेम के अंदर, बस वो तभी मेरी स्क्रीन में कुछ आता है। देखा आप वो घर वर जाते हुए उसका ऐसे पूरा ब्लर विजन दिखाया था। लॉग इन करेंगे अपने अकाउंट में। माइक चेंज का फोन आ चुका है।
Hey, pal. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for? All right. That's what I like to hear. Sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
ये दोस्त है मेरा बाहर, मतलब ये रियल लाइफ, मतलब इसमें भी मेरा
Operator
दोस्त है।
Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case. I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity.
ठीक है, अब से डायरेक्ट फोन
Good
आया
morning,
करेगा।
Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right?
ऑफ कोर्स आई
Well, I
रिमेम्बर।
checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot. Point blank range. Now I'm
Okay.
working 2 homicides, and it's my first week. Welcome to the FBI, Alexandra.
ओके, अब वो भी
Anyway,
मर गया।
the garage has cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing.
What part is missing? Has it been tampered with?
I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar, sorry for the vivid details.
देखते हैं। एक बंदा तो वो खड़ा है। ओके, वेरी रियलिस्टिक। बंदे को अगर हम देखें, ये गाड़ी की लाइटें ऐसा लग रहा है ब्लिंक कर रही हैं। फाइंड समथिंग डिफरेंट। देखते हैं इस केस के
Looking for
ऊपर.
anything that's different between the two halves of the footage, operator. Apart from what Agent Pendle said about Wells and the blood splatter. Anything that's different at all.
अरे फिर दोबारा वही स्कैन कर दे रहा है ये तो. मेरे को ब्लड क्या ये बार बार यही स्कैन कर दे रहा है. नहीं करना मुझे वो स्कैन.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out. Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a photo. Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
The bullet out in the light.
.45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
I have a deal to offer you, one that I think you will find interesting. You see, we share a common goal. You, me, and the FGI. You just don't know it yet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll help you with the Wells case, but you have to help me later when I ask for it. Do we have ourselves a deal? I can't do anything illegal. सही बात है. You won't be. I mean, apart from working with me, the world's most wanted hacker, Pando can use my help. Why would I help a criminal? Because, as I already said, we share a goal. And because without my help, you and Agent Pendle will never solve this case. Wells' killer will still be on the loose, and sadly, you will never climb the rank of the How could you help me? I have access to the surveillance footage from the garage. I mean, all of the footage. I don't have time to go into the technical details, no offense, but you probably wouldn't understand anyway. Okay, ये क्या हो रहा है? Will you So what I'll be do is I'll go ahead and put this big juicy missing part back in so you can watch it and solve the crime. I'll help you if you help me. What did someone ask about this? Won't this look suspicious? If somebody asks how you got missing footage, just say the analysis software restored it. It's supposed to be cutting edge anyway, right? So, do we have ourselves a deal? Okay, now give me a second to run my script. क्या बात है, एक ऐसे अच्छे लोग कहाँ मिलते हैं? Alright, the missing footage has been magically restored. Up, you have your popcorn ready. पूरा
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later. But go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
कैसे भेजनी है फोटो? Sure.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this? Well, this is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
Now about the depth one. Her name is Catherine Andrews. Just listen to what she has to say. Open your terminal and type the following command. Where the fuck is terminal, motherfucker? Where the fuck is terminal, you motherfucker? Where the fuck is terminal? Terminal. Call 1-877-222-1998. ये भी टाइप करना पड़ेगा ना, नो सिक्योर प्रॉक्सी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन नो सिक्योर को सिर्फ यही करना पड़ेगा 187.222.1998 proxy refused to open a secure to target from this कॉल लग चुकी है error 501 pictures not
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FBI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes. Well, it gets worse. So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in our oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing
मेरे को
papers
ऐसा
in a
क्यों लग रहा है मैंने
basement
गलत नाम सेट कर दिया मैं
somewhere.
इसको
That
पता चल
fire,
जाएगा
Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident.
They
I
told me
can
to
feel
say
it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's where I'm hoping you can help me. I'm sorry, but I can't really go into that. Not now, anyway. You just have to trust me. Go ahead and search them in the Human DB. The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please.
साशा कौन वो तो मियां कौन में तो मैं नहीं देख पा रहा आई डोंट हैव क्लियरेंस लेवल
Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident? You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
So it just looked like I can't give you direct access to the files, but I found a bug in the chat. You should be able to inject a query that will get you in. Just type this. अरे ओ माय गॉड कि क्या था भाई आईडी चेक करता हूँ 9XQLHC
Sorry, I don't understand what that Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
Open the sample dedicated to the CamScan LCA software. Input the appropriate setting for your sample using formulas found thereafter. Start the analysis process. Note this even takes some time. Once the analysis is complete, open the CCLA report. भाई ये सब क्या है? The following report has been written by Agent Andrews and modified on. Okay, notes. Okay. Multiple. Ash sample तो ये रहा, but lab tech CCVT क्या था? Open the sample in the dedicated cam like scan. Input the appropriate setting for your sample using formulas found thereafter. Start the भाई मेरे को कैसे पता होगा ये सब क्या है ये? Ion size ये सब. अच्छा अब दिख रहा है ना. Ion size इसमें लिखा है सब कुछ. कहाँ गया वो? हाँ, CamScan sample setting calculations. The appropriate ion size varies depends on the sample type state. For a liquid sample, ion size will be set to for a solid for the gaseous. The solid sample ion size typically around 6. If the material is organic and ion size टाइप नॉन ऑर्गेनिक है और ऐश है. फॉर अ सॉलिड लिक्विड तो नहीं है, तो ये सॉलिड में आएगा. Ion size is typically 6.0. If the material is organic, then the ion size must be set to 3.5 to avoid damaging. तो इसका जो आयन साइज आएगा वो 6 0 आएगा. ठीक है. फॉर अ गैसियस वो तो नहीं है. डेल्टा देखेंगे फॉर एन ऑर्गेनिक सैंपल, जो कि ये नहीं है, ये नॉन ऑर्गेनिक है. सैंपल वेट इन ग्राम्स इज इनटू 100. नहीं करनी बात है भाई। थ्रेशोल्ड के लिए फॉर लिक्विड सैंपल ये सॉलिड है, द थ्रेशोल्ड शुड बी सेट टू हाफ द डेल्टा वाई। हाफ तो इसका आएगा 210। सैंपल मेट्रिक साइज आएगा, डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू ऑफ द सेंट्रल मेट्रिक साइज इज 5 इफ यू आर यूजिंग एन ओल्डर वर्जन ऑफ कैम स्कैन LCA 1.03 और लोअर यू मस्ट सेट द मेट्रिक साइज 4। तो हमें रखना है 5। स्टार्ट। क्या भाई, क्या मजेदार गेम है ये। कर तो रहा हूँ, कर रहा हूँ दोस्त ना। ठीक है, ये तो हो गया हाउ टू रिजल्ट। CamScan LCA will give as a result the value are going to be used by CCLCA report 3 2 1 1 2 3. Open the CSLCA data report software. Huh? Once the process start the analysis process, note this may take some time. Once the analysis CCLC data report, input the result from CamScan LCA chemical. हाँ, इससे उस पर कैसे करना है? Threshold for the solid yoga sample matrix size. How to read the result? So we'll give as a result analysis frequencies, responsive curves, and additional sample script. Do क्या? Software and input the CCVT. वंश भाई पकड़ोगे? क्या हुआ रूटर? pH and frequencies in order. ऐसी है भाई. pH and frequencies in order to calculate the exact उसका काम और मेरे उसमें फर्क है ना. pH and frequencies in order to calculate the exact composition. Okay, ये पहला होता है, दूसरा होता है, फिर तीसरा होता है, ऐसा है. बीच वाला पहला, ठीक है. सबसे बड़े वाला पहला, इसका क्या है? 9.29 23 actually. ये ऐसी है. फिर 2. 2.45. Guesses.
I knew it. Faulty wiring might. You know what? This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why? Maybe I'll end up at a desk in a dark basement somewhere, but I'm going to keep digging into this. It matters to me. I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I get to switch off. I learned to feel loved.
I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that, but she's decent person. A decent person who wanted to find her missing husband. I found something else.
Are you still there? Oh, anyway, thanks, operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Oh boy. Look. I get it. That means something. Okay.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word? I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why? I see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood? I'll talk to you later.
ये भी हरामी है. For reward, I'll tell you something about myself. something that only two other people know. The reason I have so much access to the FBI, I used to work there. तो काम मैं क्या करूं भाई क्या
So who the hell am I talking to this time? The same operator Tanner from before? Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again.
एक मिनट भाई मेरे को ना सब कैसे नहीं है मैं ओए अल्लाह क्यों कर रहा है ओ थैंक यू यार
I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else. You could say that. You could definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. Lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard. Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner? Let me send you the files.
भेजो भेजो फाइल भेजो बहुत लंबी लग रही है तो बहुत टाइम लग रहा है आने में
Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
बड़ी वाह
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show
observation
well-preserved
show
and
well
intact
preserved and
bones.
intact bones.
No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Henry Jenkins. फिर इसके फोटो के लिए एक्सेस नहीं है मेरे पे. Welcome to this facility. अच्छा फोटो तो Welcome to the facility, Gabby. Gabby.
Yeah, that looks like it could be the first name. But I'll need the last name too. I'm thorough like that.
I'll need the last name too. The scarlet appears to be female, estimated 9 years of age. 9 years of age. कर मैं सर्च करूँ क्या नाम बताया था उसने. गैबी. मैं क्यूबा टीवी पे सर्च करूँ. Well preserved but intact bones, no visible sign of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor, the rest and admission look good, the decay or disease is present. There's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand is
Jenkins. That name rings a bell, operator. Check the other cases for anything possibly related to him. Maybe there's a clue in there tied to the girl.
Jenkins. Oh, Joseph. Gabby Mars. भाई क्या ले ले? कुछ नहीं यार। मार्लोन किल्बर्ट का नाम क्या बताया था उसने? लास्ट नेम उसने बताया था गैबी, गैबी ब्रूस। हाँ
How did you find this, Tanner? Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks? Having the same first name isn't enough. I need something else.
हाँ, यूएनडीबी पे सर्च करते हैं ना, इसका नाम है गैबी ब्रूस, तो फिर उसमें दिखाएगा ना वो कहाँ कहाँ। इस पे भी ये था, इस पे भी
I'll
गैबी
be
हैज एन
damned.
यूजुअल।
9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Search Quentin Space. Quentin Spence. क्विंटन, इसमें भी देखते हैं।
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
क्विंटन क्विंटन भाई तो क्या हो गया इनको? Closed. Curtin Thomas. इधर में क्रॉस लगा हुआ है ना केबी ब्रूस उसमें। Scars and master, no analysis, married, single, farmer. अब अगर मैं दूसरा नाम सर्च करूँ ह्यूमन डीबी में, जैसे कि कैडन थॉमस, कैडन थॉमस, और अगर मैं डेल डेल ये तो कोई रेसिस्ट बंदा मार रहा है, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है। ओ पॉजिटिव, ओ पॉजिटिव, बी पॉजिटिव, ऐसा भी कुछ है क्या इन्हीं को मारेगा जो? जैसे कि हम यहाँ से हार्वे किंग, ए प्लस, ब्लड टाइप देखो जाए तो सबके इसमें रोरी, फिर वही माय बैड, माय बैड, रोरी ग्रम, इसका भी वही, सबके ब्लड टाइप। हाँ वो भी थी प्रॉब्लम, मतलब ऐसे क्या नाम है, वो भी ऐसी थी डिटेक्टिव टाइप। हाँ मतलब वही ना ऐसे। इन सब में कॉमन क्या है, एज भी कुछ ऐसे सिमिलर नहीं है सब। पर कैबी ब्रूस का नाम तो इसमें है शायद, तो फिर कैबी ब्रूस का नाम इसमें है और ये तो फीमेल है, तो ऑब्वियसली ये तो नहीं है इसमें कॉमन। अगर मैं लोगन गेट्स का नाम सर्च करूँ, कॉमन है इन सब में, सब सिंगल है क्या? बट वो तो बच्चा था ना, 9 साल की लड़की थी वो तो जिसको मारा, तो ऑब्वियसली तो what can be the meaning of पर देखना।
We know 3 people on this list so far. Connie Moore, Gabby Bruce, and Quentin Spence. Connie's name is circled, but the other 2 are crossed out. If I were you, operator, I would check the database to see if I can find a pattern there.
Quentin Spence, Gabby Bruce. Or can you? कॉनी मूरे। देखते हैं इन तीनों में क्या कॉमन है। तीनों को जरा इधर उधर फैलाएंगे। ठीक है। एज सिमिलर नहीं है, स्किन टाइप भी सिमिलर नहीं है, ब्राउन ब्लू ब्लू, वेट नहीं सिमिलर। डेट ऑफ बर्थ नहीं है इसकी, प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ है। डेट ऑफ बर्थ नीचे कर रखी है इसकी। 1962 826 ड्राइव नहीं है। फोन नंबर 202 फोन नंबर। कोड का नाम जो है ए अलाइव, ये जिंदा है इसलिए तो नहीं है। Crossed
Must be
out
about
means
100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner. They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything your way.
up on second floor.
There you go.
Quinton Space.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury. Similar to the first remains found, the decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
Quinton Spence floppy. On my roll, the 1138. One result demonstrate to unlock the full potential. 6.72 kills minimum 1.2 gets maximum. To unlock the full potential, Vivo found FMP 3 improved. क्या बोल रहा है? Okay. Treated mice had increased dendritic spine density in the hippocampus. A brain taken together, our findings suggest that FMB 1138 represents a promising therapeutic agent for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorder characterized by impaired neuronal connectivity and plasticity. Further clinical and clinical studies are wanted to evaluate safety and efficiency of FMP. क्या? Okay. The AMP receptor is a crucial component of X. ये मैंने कभी नहीं बोला. अगर ये सच है तो खाती भाई तेरी लाइफ बहुत मस्त है बे. As a glutamate ketone transformation and contribution to
The symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, Tanner. I suggest checking those two files for clues about the password. Focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those two files open and see if you can do something with them.
files use फिर ये 80 75 85 75 75 85 होगा यहाँ पे 85 और यहाँ पे 87
The key and lock icons, operator. They must be important. I suggest you combine them to reproduce the schematics on the second floppy disk. My hunch is that the content is not very important. Just the part with the icons in the two files mentioned, FMP 1138 and Res 2.
I suggest you combine them to reproduce the second floppy disk. My hunch is that the content is not very important. Just the part of with the icons in two files mentioned FMP. पहले की आ गई 1 2 3 105 105 105 105 105 Yes. No longer living, and I have been buried in the Dryfield desert like the other. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of.
Don't let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Done. One more case done. चलो पहले मैं खाना खा के आ जाता हूँ उसके बाद कंटिन्यू करते हैं guys. I'll be back in 15 minutes. See ya. Have a good day. Ah. Oh. Next case, guys.
Well, look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around, asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
FTI.
Good morning, Evan. Look, about yesterday. This business with the coal files. Sorry if I came down on you a little hard, buddy. It's just that I know you have what it takes to rise in this place, Evan. Become a supervisor. Hell, maybe even replace me one day. But I can't protect you if you start poking around in the wrong places. Okay? Thanks. Guess the FDI has got me wound a little tight these days. Well, I'd better get back to it. You have a good one. All right? Again, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you here at the operator program, Evan. That way, I can keep a close eye on you, can't I? Let's grab a beer later this week, all right? Once everything calms down in the madhouse.
Let's go.
Operator Tanner, that you? Tanner, did you give that address out to anybody? Well, somebody beat me to the facility, Tanner. The BioM facility burned down last night, Tanner. Up in flames. And if you didn't give the address out, someone else did. Looks like we got ourselves a mole goddamn operator program. Well, investigative team came before me and logged the remaining evidence back at the department. But I can't access it directly. I'll have to go through the operator program. Heaven on earth, Tanner. Heaven on earth. From what I can tell, there should be some security footage there that should shed some light on what happened here. Hopefully, it won't be too hard to prove this was arson.
फटकी 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 prove it with us.
Yeah, that's not a box of wine, is it? Can you get an ID on this guy? That would have been too easy, huh? I'd like to get in the facility. Take a look around. Good Lord willing, the roof won't collapse on me. But I need a code for the door. You see where I'm going with this, Tanner? Yeah, that's fishy, isn't it? So fishy, it goddamn stinks. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the team members. But from what I can tell, the order came from higher up.
लिख रहा है कोड लिख रहा है ये है 014405 01440. This can be 8.
Let me see if this works.
कर गया काम.
All right, I'm in. Damn it! A smoke in here will ruin this suit too. That's 2 suits in 2 days. Tanner. Well, let me see if I can find something useful. Something that the investigative team left behind. Sure as hell won't be easy. Because this place is just about burnt to a crisp. I don't know what went on here. But if you ask me, it's a pretty elaborate security system for a medical facility.
God knows. किसके उसमें है वो भी तो बता.
While I look around, maybe you could dig more into our little arsonist friend. Anything that you can find, Tanner. I look picky to you. An ID. A link to another case. His favorite flavor of ice cream. Just give me something, all right?
ये बंदा मिल नहीं रहा. अगर ये बंदा मिल जाता तो बी वॉकर बी वॉकर. Aaron. Oh. इसके पास आईडी कार्ड भी नहीं है.
If I were you, operator, I would check your caseload. Maybe you've encountered this unsavory individual before. नहीं सुना. If
I would check your caseload. Maybe you have encountered this unsavory individual before. ये लो क्वालिटी है तो ये तो फिर नहीं पार्किंग वाला ये दोनों सेम नहीं है Yay!
Charming fellow. Who's the lead on the other investigation? Ouch. Tough draw for the rook. Hold on. Looks like I found something. What the?
Connie.
See what I'm seeing, Tanner? Looks like our gal, Connie Moore, was a bio-impatient.
गलत नाम सर्च कर दिया है Connie Moore.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. Passed her polygraph with flying colors. She told us the truth. Her truth, anyway. Nope. Looks like either the first responders took that info with them or it burned in the fire. Contact Skinner to update Pendle on her parking garage killer. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. I'll keep looking around here. The world's biggest ashtray. Tell me if you find out anything new about our pyro head, Tanner. And I'll contact you if I come across something on my charred end over here.
For sure, Baji. There's a mole in the operator program, a hairy, stinky little mole. A 2-for-1 health special. Can I know the plan? It's now at the FDI, but some of it's been concealed. I can see that from here. Just like the name on Jenkins' list. The evidence room is behind a closed network that unfortunately I can't hack into. So what's the solution? If we can sneak into the evidence room and access its computer, we can make the hidden evidence visible. And if we share that information, it will catch the attention of our mole and trigger him or her to contact the ghost. That phase work. But I'll talk more about this later. दूसरे पीसी में जा रहा हूँ मैं। बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। You will have to access the files, look for the hidden evidence in your end. You will have to work a little events. Look in the hidden column and see if you can find any evidence from the facility case that you can see. Look in the hidden column and see if you can find any evidence. वो गए हैं खाने के लिए। Beef Walker. खाने के लिए क्या नाम है उसका? फूड मैनिएक। look in the hidden column and see if you can find any evidence from facility case that you can make visible again. Okay. Facility case ही है ये ना. The list from Henry Jenkins. Don't you think it's time to finally discover the name that's been deducted? Find the appreciate case file and see if you can reward it and such. ठीक है, सही बात है. जब है तो इस वर्जन ही already the Such a We recognize the convenience of this, but its interest of preventing security breaches. We strongly encourage you to adopt another, even though your password has more than 4 characters. It is still not secure enough. At your earliest convenience, please choose a new password. Thank you for attention. And this matters sincerely. But ये जिनकी बैच आईडी क्या है, ये सोचने वाली बात है. Henry Jenkins. पहले उसने अपनी बैच आईडी यूज करी थी. We noticed that you used your badge ID as your password. We recognize the convenience of this, but हेनरी जेंकिंस की बैज आईडी थी, था ना मेरे पे. देख, डेजर्ट वाला नहीं है. और बैज आईडी डोंट टेल मी कि ये पूरा सही में after the season it is the same effect 30% are increasing. Am I putting Pendle in harm's way? Shouldn't we send in a whole team? What about contacting Bopper? क्या?
Yes, Operator Tanner? What is this regarding? All right. I'm forwarding the call, Tanner. But I hope you're not just sending Pendle on some wild goose chase.
I can't directly contact
Operator
her.
Tanner, what can I do for you? What? You're kidding. Okay, so our murderer likes to play with fire too, huh? This guy just gets better and better. By any chance, did any clues pop up where we might locate him? To Jenkins? So it comes full circle, does it? Well, whatever that address is, I'll take it. Nice. So what exactly is this place? If Wells Killer's there, I assume it's not a petting zoo.
I think it's Jenkins Laboratory.
I see. Well, I'm on my way. I'll contact you when I get there. Thanks, Tanner. Maybe now we can finally book this guy.
Oh,
Tanner, I'm at the lab. The door was unlocked, actually. It's real weird in here, Tanner. Like everybody suddenly took off. but left all their beeping lab equipment behind. But I don't see any sign of Wells' killer. Looks like a dead. Shit!
Drop the phone. Slide your gun over to me. Slowly. On your knees, Agent Pendle.
You? How do you know my name?
You might want to close your eyes.
You don't want to do this. I'm a federal agent. Agent Walker, FBI! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Move away from her! Now! It's locked! What did you do? Hands up! Turn around! Turn around! Hands on your head! Pendle, you okay? Walker, we have a problem here. What'd you do? Open the door now! It's not opening, Walker. Open the door now! Operator, you there? There's a bomb! This bald-headed psycho has trapped me in a room with a bomb! It's my third day! The display says 20 minutes and 21 seconds, and it's ticking down! You gotta help me here. Come right back. Understand me, Tanner? You come right back.
Yes, Operator Tanner? Okay, let me think. Unfortunately, our more seasoned operators are presently occupied. I'd send a team, but they'd arrive much too late. That means you'll have to defuse the bomb, Operator.
Wow.
I'm sharing the FDI's bomb defusal manual. You haven't gone through bomb training yet, but we have no choice. What I'm about to tell you is important. Do not read the entire manual. You don't have time. Stay calm and follow the instructions from the beginning. Do you understand?
Single mass device is the simplest device. If the explosive module is solid, C4, remove the wire from the explosive slowly. Do not cut the wire. If the explosive module is with gasoline,
There are wires, a controller, a battery, a keypad, and a display, I guess. And operator, make
a
sure you
wire, a
follow the
controller, a
instructions at the
battery, and a
beginning.
keypad
I
and a
really
display.
don't want to go out like this. There are some wires, a controller, a battery, a keypad, and a display.
First, display needs to be powered off. There should be a power off switch. First, the display needs to be powered off. There should be a power off switch on the device.
How do I do that? Wait. I see it. A little switch next to the screen. Okay, it's switched off.
Then cut the yellow. Cut the yellow data. There should be a power of there should then cut the yellow wire. कट द येलो वायर है ना.
I hope you're right. All right, it's cut.
कीपैड ठीक है.
Here goes, operator. It's done. I'm pressing the switch. The screen is still off, but I guess that's normal. Okay, it switched off.
If the device is multi-mask architecture, please. फटने वाला है. फटेगा भाई, फटेगा. Cut the receptor. Cut the green mask.
I don't really know. A single battery pack? I think. Wait, it says 9 volts, 0.3 amps, 2000 milliamps hour.
एक मिनट. There are two types of receptor. ठीक है.
I'd say imagine I'd go out?
गैसोलीन है ये तो फक इसकी भाई इसको ये तो मरने वाली है मैंने तो यार फक
One for each digit, and an enter and a confirm button. 12 in total. There are a lot, but I'll try. The power module. It's a battery. Has two wires, a red and a black. Two wires are connected to the explosive, a red and a black one. The display and the numpad have four wires each, a red, a black, a green, and a yellow. That's it.
अरे वो गैसोलीन वाला चैप्टर कहाँ गया भाई If bomb has a keyboard and a display module, I want you to enter a code on the number pad. क्या लिखा है 0000 confirm.
Nothing happened. I guess that's because we cut the display's wires.
Okay. इसमें गैसोलीन होगा ना हाँ इसमें बताया था ना देखते हैं। If the device has more voltage is lower than 5 PN, if the explosive model use liquid gasoline, quartz. भाई मैंने तो जीजी कर दिया इसका ठीक है डिस्कनेक्ट कीपैड इन ऑर्डर टू डिस्कनेक्ट कीपैड सिंपली नीड टू कट येलो वायर ठीक है कर दिया था मैंने अपना डिस्प्ले इज कनेक्टेड टू इट्स ओन मास and first the display needs to be power off there should be a power off switch on the device then cut the red wire take a power on the screen power of the screen module receptors are the most complicated if the device are multi-mass or refers to the
I'm pressing the switch. The screen is still off, but I guess that's normal.
about the bomb tell me about display The receptor is connected its own mass and wires. Else there are two receptor. If there are two does a receptor.
I don't really know. A single battery pack? I think. Wait, it says 9 volts, 0.3 amps, 2,000 milliamps hour.
Eh? Cut a wire. Red plus.
Why did you ask Alexandra to cut the red wire? You failed to identify the bomb's correct archetype, and now Agent Pendle is dead. Firefighters are on their way, and Agent Walker has safely evacuated with his arrest. He's transporting that SOB to the FBI. We'll question his ass first thing tomorrow. You better believe it. Now go home, operator. I think you've done enough for today.
कर दिया भाई.
Devastating incident earlier today as the facility went up in flames, claiming the life of an FBI agent on the premises.
I'm here at the scene of Biomedica Technologies Laboratory, where firefighters have been battling a blaze for hours. At this time, we still don't know what...
अरे यहाँ पे तो सेव हो गई होगी। चलो गाइस, आई गेस दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे। सेव तो हुई गई होगी, है ना? तो हम कल खेलेंगे गेम। बहुत अच्छा मज़ा आ रहा है, गेम अच्छी है, सिर्फ बोरिंग नहीं है, इंटरेस्टेड है, इंटरेस्टिंग है। मतलब वहाँ पे मेरी वजह से उसका फूटना, गुड गेम। चलो गाइस, आई विल सी यू टुमारो, टिल देन बाय बाय, टेक केयर गाइस, हैव अ गुड डे, बाय, हैव a see you. Bye.